We don't do that here.
But the cream rises to the top.
Right. In Brooklyn. This one's on the other side of the street. Ryan Garcia, majority decision over Devin Haney. The WBC 140-pound title was not on the line for Ryan because he missed weight. He came in 3.5 pounds over. Art of War? Question mark. What do you think?
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, I've been waiting for the Haney fraud check to happen for a couple years now, and I really genuinely felt like, yeah, we were going to see a fraud check of some kind. Whether or not he escaped with a win or not, I wasn't sure about, but he ended up outright losing. And somehow he's still the champ. I think that's even more fitting. He first became a champ by getting the belt emailed to him, and now he's is allowed to
He doesn't
be the
keep
champ
it.
because no, he does.
Really?
The WBC president changed their rules after he lost and says Haney will remain the champion.
What the fuck? Okay. That's not how this is supposed to work, all right?
It's not, but the WBC just likes keeping us on our toes.
Yeah. I think people's favorite acronym for them is We Be Crooks. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Of course Suleiman did that.
So, but either way, champ or not, I mean, just completely exposed. Everything that I feel like Haney does wrong was on display in that fight. I mean, just for as good as he is with his jab and his distance management and his footwork, he doesn't know how to really put it all together and really exploit his opponent's weaknesses. He sort of like runs on autopilot. And on top of that, he doesn't have any power that we can really see. And his chin is pretty suspect. And as soon as Ryan started touching him, like 30 seconds into the fight,
in the
he
first
was
round,
already on noodle legs. And then once Ryan properly sat him down the seventh, like the fight completely changed.
Well, there was also the situation with the referee. Trying to think of. There's only been one other time that I've seen Harvey Dock have questionable judgment. That was when Jermall Charlo, the older, bigger one, he was fighting Jose Benavidez, and it was, Harvey Dock did some questionable shit in that, very clearly in favor of Jermall, which, given his mental state, he kind of needed it. And in this situation, he was doing the same. And we were talking about it on B-Sides the last time, and it was that how a referee isn't just random chance of who you get. Like, you pick, the referee is selected by the A side of the fight, and I think that they picked Harvey Dock for this. No calling, like Ryan Garcia got warnings for holding. Devin Haney, who looked like he hadn't seen Ryan Garcia, his grandfather or something, in years, was holding on for dear life. Like
he was fighting like a Dagestani out there. I mean, he was getting every double and single leg he was shooting for.
Yeah, he really was he was going for a lot of fucking takedowns, and it was rough, and he never was warned, not once. In the I guess the little mess that are the breakups of clinches, Ryan Garcia had been trying to punch out of clinches. Harvey Dock was breaking a clinch, and then Ryan Garcia, I guess, defaulted, threw a punch, and he gets immediately docked a point. I don't know. I don't know. Like, that in itself gave Devin Haney a lot of time to recover, and without any warnings of of punching after being called to stop. It's a
Yeah, so I'm okay with the point being deducted just because the referee had his hands on both fighters
true.
when he was actively pushing. So I can grant that Ryan was getting frustrated in that moment, obviously. But I think it's right to probably take a point. But even past that, I mean, Haney was literally throwing himself on the ground.
Yeah, he was.
In the after that point, he had two other instances where really, at least the second time he did, should have been a knockdown.
Absolutely.
And he called it a slip both times. And it's just, I mean, I would never imply that a boxing referee would have wagers on a fight. But if one did, he would probably ref like that.
Or if one was given an envelope with instructions, very thick and padded envelope, yeah, saying maybe you lean towards this fellow instead of that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that would far from me to make that kind of implication.
You know, I didn't even think about it until you mentioned it, but it's a really good point to bring up the A side selecting refs, because, you know, Floyd Mayweather would always select Kenny Bayless
Absolutely.
to ref his fights. And the reason he did that was because Kenny would immediately break the clinch, right? If you clinch, all right, get up, you know, he wouldn't let people fight on the inside. And so that is something that Floyd absolutely used to his advantage.
Yeah, and in the off times that he didn't, he had like Robert Byrd once, but he was generally the same way, and so was Tony Weeks. And Harvey Dock, man, like he was always my favorite ref. And what's the Indian Facebook meme? Like, friendship with Harvey Dock is broken.
Yeah.
New friendship with Thomas Taylor begins. Man, that was
Thomas Taylor's new best friend.
Yeah, Thomas Taylor's my new favorite ref. That was very disappointing. With others, at least you kind of know what to expect. Like Jack Reese, you can, like, if you want to actively try and kill the guy in front of you, you can do that, and Jack Reese will let you. Steve Willis is pretty good. He's for people who don't know, he's the guy that if you've seen the crab walk memes. He's that referee. He's pretty solid. He's even keeled.
He's definitely my favorite ref in boxing. But it is funny how even across both sports, like, refs in themselves have their own personalities. Like, you know, Herb Dean, you know, and just memes about them are just so on point. Like Herb always being out of position on a fight, or he comes in to stop the fight and ends up dropping the people's elbow on the guy who just got knocked out.
Yeah, I think that Herb Dean's judgment is really good, but yeah, you're absolutely right. He's never in the right spot. Oh.
But for that reason, I don't think Herb has a lot of like stoppages you'd call too early. So I guess there's a bright side to everything.
Yeah, there's that. I don't know his name, but he's a European dude, kind of tall, bald, in ONE FC. He doesn't cross over to UFC, but he's really strict with the action. He will card you at the very beginning of a fight if you just, I don't know, if you step backwards for any reason. He's really strict about it. So that's one of those, like, you know what to expect. If you're clinching too much, if it's an MMA fight that he's officiating, yeah, he'll break you up really quickly and then card you. Because fuck you. That's it. It's the only reason. Herb Dean and the People's Elbow. That's really good.
It's pretty good.
It is really good.
There's some compilations on YouTube that, I mean, they're side splitting with how funny they are.
I'm definitely about to look those up. Okay, that's anything more besides I think you called Ryan Garcia by divine judgment.
Yes, I did.
You
My
did.
dreams are now 3-0 in boxing. The results of this fight was revealed to me in a dream. So anytime I bring that up, you
It is.
best get out your pocketbooks.
It has been prophesied. Ryan Garcia, in the lead up to this, he was being a complete fucking clown. He says it was all, art of war. Pretty much what he was going for. I think I'm going to give this, to give him the benefit of the doubt, I'm going to say 70-30. 70% art of war. 30% he's actually a fucking lunatic.
Yeah. So I don't know. He's definitely got something going on.
For sure.
He's also
You called it
he's also
Zoomer
kind of
brain
that-
rot?
Oh yeah. It's that Zoomer sort of brain rot. Like if you ever browse Instagram and you watch the kind of like high energy, just outright spastic like memes of today.
Yeah, and TikTok people are like that too.
Yeah. There's another, I mean, and also just the way I was also thinking about this at kind of a meta level. The way that you get popular on social media today is just by being outrageous. And my example for this is I was supposed to look up his name before the episode. It's that U.S. Senator Mike Johnson, I think his name is. Have you seen his X account?
The Speaker of the House?
Oh, it's not Mike Johnson. There's a representative rep. Not Jim Jordan. Some Republican guy. And he just says like the most outlandish, like he's supposed to be a politician, right? And he's supposed to be like, composed and like
Decorum.
whatever. Right, yeah. He's not. I'll have to find his account and send it to you afterwards because it's kind of insane what he gets away with saying.
You're saying Republican politician that's a fucking lunatic on social media. That's not very specific.
I understand that's the case, but this is like, I mean,
A
the
step
guy
too
is
far.
just being like he's being a meme. He's a meme lord. Like take away the stuff in his bio about him being like an elected politician. Like you'd think he was just another shit poster on Twitter.
Ouch.
So
What have we become?
I don't know, but that's Ryan's shtick,
Yeah, I think so.
Say something outlandish, say something about Alex Jones, get Alex Jones to talk about you for a couple days and get, everyone in boxing to talk, it's just like
Bohemian Grove kidnapping. Come on, man. That I knew was bullshit, but I thought it was a sign of his just instability that he was making up something really outlandish just for the sake of attention, of wanting attention, like wanting help, crying for help, but not saying he needs help. But apparently I'm out of place on that one, so what do I know? I will stand by that Teofimo has bipolar disorder.
oh yeah, Tio definitely does.
So does
Tio for sure has something going on.
him, Teofimo, and Adrian Broner. Those two, I'm all but certain that yes, that they have bipolar disorder. Just a little peek behind the curtain for anybody. I have bipolar disorder. I like game recognized game. I know what I'm looking at. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. Ryan Garcia wins. Devin Haney is hopefully like this is the blueprint, and people start applying it. Okay. One on Friday, May 3rd. This one will be in the evening U.S. time, but just the top three. Smila Sundell versus Natalia Diachkova, excuse me. This is the headline, so we're going top down. That's the strawweight Muay Thai title. Akbar Abdullayev versus Halil Amir. These are featherweight MMAs. Sinsamut Klinmi versus Dmitry Menchikov, Muay Thai lightweights. Party. Hey, if you like watching people beat each other up, it's worth tuning in.
Unironically, will be a better fight than whatever's happening on the 27th.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, last thing, UFC 301 on May 4th. Congratulations, you picked. You made it so that no one's gonna feel bad about missing this because they're watching Canelo versus Munguia on the boxing side of things. What a fucking poor decision. All right, bottom up here. Paul Craig versus Caio Borralho, middleweights. Michel Pereira versus Mahmoud Muradov, middleweights. Anthony Smith.
Definitely a fight. We got to jump in here.
All right.
If there was a fight worth watching on this card, aside from the Pantoja fight, it would be Michel Pereira versus Mahmoud Muradov. This should be actually really, really exciting.
There you have it. Fireworks. Anthony Smith versus Vitor Petrino, light heavyweights. Jonathan Martinez and the ghost of Jose Aldo, bantamweights. Alexander Pantoja versus Steve Ursag or Urkag? Ursag. Yes, one of those. I did it with one of those. I hit it. But those are flyweights. Pantoja being the champ, and Steve is rated 10th. There's a lot more on the prelims. Yeah, but it was. This is not my. Not a whole lot of name recognition here.
I guess Joaquim Silva is on the prelims, but he's fighting like a literal nobody. So I guess expect a highlight reel knockout from that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't include it, because I guess I should have mentioned it just because it's Joaquim Silva, but I don't know. That's it for our preview section. I don't know. Is it worth mentioning Canelo versus Munguia?
Yeah, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say on that just because, A, it's not the fight that should be happening, and B, there is a chance that Canelo has sort of aged to a point where this fight should be unreasonably close.
You think so?
I don't think Munguia will win, but I think he's going to get into a lot of exchanges where he lands punches. And so I think, if this fight happened 2 or 3 years ago, you'd expect a Canelo wipeout, and you might see a closer fight through the middle rounds. But I could be totally wrong with that.
I always underrated Munguia, so he might, be better. He seems to be getting better, a little bit.
He was someone I had on Fraud Watch for a while, but he's starting to beat Canelo opponents worse than Canelo beat them. And I think, obviously styles make fights and all that, but there is something to that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Whereas, why is Canelo going 12 rounds with John Ryder? How is he not knocking him out? Versus Munguia actually blasting him out in 7 rounds. It says something about the state of these guys. But I think Canelo will win, but I'm not I don't know how the fight's gonna play out. I really don't.
Right. I'm expecting a Canelo win as well. Munguia is like diet Canelo, just not quite as good. On the undercard, Brandon Figueroa versus Jesse Magdaleno. Who the fuck cares? Mario Barrios, Brandon Figueroa's fucking brother-in-law. Are you kidding me? Oh, if you don't know who Omira Figueroa is, do yourself a favor. But yeah, and Montes Stanionis, good to see him back. That's all I got. None of these. This isn't a very good card. It's not, and it's gonna be $150 fucking or something stupid.
Is it really?
No, it's gonna be like 80 or something, but
Oh,
just
still too much.
yeah, it's not. This isn't really worth all that much. Canelo versus Munguia on its own is not worth the cost.
Yeah, I mean, and sadly enough, this is a typical Canelo undercard.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know if he's ever been on like a stacked fight card. He's typically the main event, and that's really it.
True. That's the superstar effect. Nobody really cares about undercards for these types. Like Mayweather didn't ever really have. I think Mayweather Pacquiao had a decent-ish undercard. Like had Lomachenko on it, but he was fighting a nobody. And then Santa Cruz, at the time, was pretty hot contender who was fighting a nobody, a literal insurance salesman.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it. All right, outro, right? All right, outro shit. If you have questions, comments, concerns, did I say something that offended you? Well, first of all, fuck you. Second of all, 833 Lux Pods. You can call or text. It's anonymous. Either way. So, if something that I said did really bug you, there you go. Go tell me how rustled your fucking jimmies are. Website, lvxmedia.net. You could check out all the other stuff that we get up to. It's not all sports, so yeah, keep that in mind when you head over there. Same thing with all the social media shit, lvxmedia.net. Anywhere and everywhere. If you cannot find it, we are not on it. And I'm not sorry about it. If you do want to tell me via DM on social media how rustled your fucking jimmies are, keep in mind that other people that are a part of the other shows that we're on that have nothing to do with MMA, nothing to do with sports in general, have access to that. So some people might be very confused by what you say. So hit the number 833-589-7637 at 833 Lux Pods, right? Hit that and that'll go directly to me, and only I will see how much of a fucking idiot you are. All right, let's get back to the fucking dealio here. All right, peace. There it is.
All right.
Parting words. What do you got?
One hearty fuck Tyson Fury. Your end is coming soon.
Oh, yes, it is.
We still have like a month out, so we could probably kick that discussion later, but I will say fuck Tyson Fury.
Fuck Tyson Fury always. Yeah.
And praise the bald one, Dana Samoff, for this amazing UFC 300 that he's delivered to us. Thank you for paying your fighters like a fraction more of what you could be paying them. I'm gonna praise him for doing the bare minimum here.
Yeah, congratulations, Dana, on such a wonderful event.
All fighters get one free bag of Tootsie Pops for participating.
25% off the hotel buffet in the morning.
That's right. Can you imagine charging them for a continental breakfast after the fight?
Can't even get an English muffin. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Thanks all for listening. We will see you next time.